Hello, my cute, cuddly Cancers. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided healing for the month of March. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you so much for all of your likes and support on this channel, Cancers. As usual, whichever video comes in first for the most likes will come first for April's videos, as well as they will get a twin flame bonus reading. So if that interests you, hit that like button if it resonates. Let's hop to it, Cancer. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the Five of Cups come out. So this is telling me that you are dealing with some sort of situation that has brought you disappointment, depression. I'm hearing again some sort of cycle that is repeating. And there's a lot of sadness here and regret and lost love. The story of this card in this deck is Liba and Guntram. And, they are true loves. They are set to be wed, but Guntram has to leave to go on a business trip. And as he's gone, he gets caught in this storm and, goes to the inn and then is accidentally seduced by the innkeeper's daughter, who he ends up marrying, and then she reveals herself to actually be a ghost. And so she is bound, the spirit is bound to him. He's so regretful, he runs back to his true love, Liba. He wants to get married, but the soul contract, she starts to take his soul, and he's able to marry his true love, but on his deathbed. Oh, Cancer. So yeah, with the Five of Cups coming out, that is telling me that there has been some sort of betrayal of true love. Someone, was swindled into, being seduced by somebody else. And this was a heresy against true love. Behind it came the Two of Swords. So this is telling me this has caused someone to be iced out. There is definitely a lot of mental confusion, mental conflict. The Two of Swords for me is also when, there's a conversation that should be happening between two people, but you have to finish that conversation within yourself. So it looks like you're doing some mental acrobatics when it comes to dealing with this disappointment and sadness and betrayal. For the clarifier deck, we had carbon coming out using safeguard. So this is telling me that you may be, fighting against these negative emotions and things with crystals. You might be doing some crystal work, or protecting yourself with protection, rituals or things of that nature. But we have Shroomish using worry seed, but it is telling me that there is some sort of worry still in your heart, even though you are doing some sort of protective mechanisms on yourself. And it's because trainer revitalizer. So, trainer indicates the other person, and it's like worried about if they want to revitalize this relationship. For some of you, this can mean that someone else has revitalized some sort of addiction to substances, particularly alcohol. It is Pisces season, 'tis the season, right? Altered states of consciousness, mind-altering substances. And with Mushroom Spirit coming out, that could also be a concern of yours. So, Cancer, this is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. I hope that Pisces season's going well. This is what we are going to be doing for the month of March. We're going to take a look at what emotional depths are you in. I mean, we do see the Five of Cups coming out, so we're going to take a deeper look into the emotional depths, right? Because Pisces season is the deep, dark waters of the unknown, the abyss, right? So we're going to check and see what emotional depths you're in. Then we'll check and see what is keeping you down there, what's keeping you stuck, what's the blockage. And then we will take a look into how do we bring you to shore. That is the Two of Cups. Yeah, definitely soulmate, true love connection here. We are going to look at how to bring you to shore. That's the earth and the physical element that you need in order to ground yourself. Then we are going to take a look into how do you dry yourself off. That is the mental and air element that you will need. And then, of course, some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline, right? But while we're in the deep waters of Pisces season, we have to be able to get ourselves out, and ground ourselves with the physical element, dry ourselves off with the air element in order to prepare for Aries season, which is the spark of the new fire, right? Pisces is the end of the zodiac year. So of the astrological year, I should say, the end of the zodiac cycle. So, you know, the new year is just around the corner. So we need to make sure that we are prepared to accept that spark that is Aries season. All right, Cancer, let's see, what emotional depths are you in? Well, that came out quick. Oh, the Emperor stuck. So yeah, it looks like you are, this could be your divine counterpart with the Emperor coming out. It's funny because I just did Aquarius's before you guys, and they had the Five of Cups in their cleansing energy, except it was reversed, and they had the Emperor come out. But anyway, so there is a pretty heavy blockage, divine masculine blockage here. You could think that this is the person that you want to marry, that you want to build a kingdom with, and so on and so forth. The Emperor in this deck is a bit, I mean, it's like any emperor, right? There is this conquer in order to have a kingdom type mentality, but in this deck even more so, because this is a Chinese water dragon that, you know, gets offerings from the townspeople and, you know, from the cities and stuff, you know, in exchange for not burning down the city. So there are some terrorist tactics that occur with this emperor of like, oh, you're not going to give me what I want. You're not going to give me these offerings. Okay, well, now I'm going to hurt you, destroy your town, destroy your city, and so on. Tell us more about this stuck emperor. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is a pretty heavy blockage. It's very, very masculine. You could be dealing with an earth sign, I mean, or an Aries, but earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. This King of Pentacles, this is very, it's like you're deeply solidified in some sort of physical relationship with this. Because the King of Pentacles is the highest form of divine masculine when it comes to, you know, the physical world. So money, housing, and all that stuff. But it looks like there's some sort of blockage created by the masculine keeping you in these emotional depths. And it's because they are like hiding away from death. As you can see, the King of Pentacles is very concerned with, you know, keeping a hold on things in the physical again. So that is like the material thing. So it could be the material relationship, the physical relationship between you two. Or just its own material obsessions, right? Of money or, you know, stuff. And as you can see, the Grim Reaper is coming out to be like, all right, buddy, it's your time to go. And he's like, no, I'm too attached to the physical world. So there could be some sort of ending, you know, that is supposed to come, but it's like the masculine energy is just hiding from this because they're too attached to how things have been. What's the light energy here? And again, this can be your own divine masculine energy, but we do have, you know, heavy divine counterpart sort of vibes popping out. All right, so we have Floette using Magic Leaf and Trainer Great Ball in reverse. So, you know, Floette can indicate something that has to do with smell with Magical Leaf. There, again, is this emphasis on wanting to cling to, you know, maybe substances or things like that, right? The sweet leaf or something of that nature. You could also be, it's funny, Aquarius got this too, that you could be engaging in some like plant magic or things like that. But with Trainer using Great Ball in reverse, the other person is not really trying that hard to get, yeah, they don't want to get caught. They don't want to get caught. They're putting up like a great resistance. It's only a Great Ball, it's not an Ultra Ball. But there is like a great deal of resistance of like, no, I don't want to get caught. I will also say with the Floette here, there is this like, you know, chaser kind of runner attitude. So it does seem, again, there is like this game of hide and seek almost with this person. And they're hiding very well, which is why there's such a blockage. It says, when the flowers of a well-tended flower bed bloom, it appears and celebrates with an elegant dance. Yeah, so it looks like you're trying to do things to keep you in a good mood. Honestly, I'm really getting that, and that's really, really good. And it might be, you know, your masculine energy that is attached to the physical. It looks like you are pretty grounded, Cancer, and I'm really proud of you for that. Because Pisces season's not the easiest way to ground. So it looks like you, again, I saw like some crystal stuff, but You know, you might be engaging in like plant magic, or, you know, you might be moving your body more, dancing, like doing things to kind of raise your vibration. There can be soulmates in your life that are like, hey, let's do this, let's do that, sort of thing. Let's see, what's the shadow here? It wants to hide. Going right to the King of Pentacles. Yeah, we have Charmander, playful. Look, there is that chasing type energy. Okay, so yeah, we do have some sort of game of like cat and mouse, like nana nana boo boo, hide and seek, tag. Yeah, and the other person doesn't want to get caught for whatever they've done. Okay, there is some sort of clarity that they have taken away. It's kind of like that Two of Swords energy that, you know, came out in the cleansing ceremony. It's like they have taken your glasses so that you can't see properly. And it's funny because your last reading last month was hindsight is 2021, right? It's like you finally, it's beyond 2020 vision. Like in 2021, supposedly, right? Technically 2021 starts in Aries season, but like literally in 2020, you just had this so much hindsight clarity in February of like how this person was treating you and things like that. And they're still in your blockage because they're not giving you some type of clarity of how to move forward, or, you know, how things are going to work in the material world between you two. And that's unfair. You know, there is something to be said. And I feel like that's you, Cancer, that little boy that's like crying, right? And it's like, yeah, maybe he's like being a crybaby and upset about it, but that doesn't negate the fact that you're doing something mean and being a bully. You know, it doesn't negate the fact that you took the glasses so that someone couldn't see clearly. You know what I mean? This definitely has to do with the root chakra. Again, like this person is, it feels like they're very rooted to you, very, very connected to you. And, you know, this instills like a not so great sense of safety here. And it is causing, right, because like the root chakra is safety, but it can also be like what you eat and drink and anything that you consume in your body, especially if it's a magical leaf, okay? It says, my Charmander is so rambunctious. I wonder if we can become good friends. Yeah, so you might be like, oh, you know, that's just the way they are. Like, maybe we can at least just be friends. Whew, Cancer, that is very optimistic. Do friends treat friends like that? Do friends purposely withhold the ability to see clearly and hide? And you know what I mean? I feel you, Cancer. I feel you. That's the thing. You'd see, you know, the best in everybody. And really, you know, once you're emotionally rooted and emotionally connected like that, it is hard to let go. And you're like, well, maybe we can at least be friends. But they really don't want to be caught. It seems like, you know, they're stuck in your life, but they're not actually willing to, like, commit or give any sort of clarity. All right, let's see. What's keeping you stuck or down? What's the blockage? Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah, except, like, they're never coming towards you. It's like you're the one who's doing the chasing. And yeah, like Knight of Wands in reverse, like it can also be that there's some like sexual aspect that has been cut off, because the Knight of Wands can indicate someone who's like a sexual explorer that's not really serious about commitment, and it feels like, you know, there's some sort of worth associated of like, oh, well, maybe they don't want to be with me that way. Knight of Wands in reverse is also like the inability to travel, so it's like, you know, oh, I always have to go to you, like, you never come to me. And it feels like that's kind of what's keeping you down, is like, like, you know, I'm, like, why am I always the one who has to reach out? Why am I always the one who has to, you know, make the effort, or I'm the one traveling or whatever? This can also just be, like, not being able to travel in general. The Knight of Wands in reverse can be. I will also say, like, in this story, he goes down to save his beloved. Like, he knows who his true love is, and he's, you know, he's committed to going the extra mile, and he goes into the world, the underworld, the world of the dead, in order to retrieve his true love, which he does. but it's in reverse. So it's like, you know, this night energy isn't going towards true love, isn't making that journey back to the true love. And it's kind of like that Five of Cups energy. You know, it feels like they were seduced by the innkeeper, but they're still in the inn instead of coming back to the true love. Let's get a little bit more here. Yeah, Eight of Swords. Yeah, this is some sort of cycle of communication that has repeated over and over again for you, Cancer. It's like it just keeps playing in your head, and it's making you go down with the ship. Like, it's just bringing you down. Like, look at, this is, you know, Davy Jones' locker of being attached to the ship and being, like, doomed to be at sea in these stormy waters. So it's keeping you down because there's a repetitive mental cycle that you're stuck in. What's the light energy here? Volbeat using signal beam. Okay. Yeah, just because, like, your heart is so attached to them, it's like, you know, they send out a signal in their heart. It's kind of like a beaming light on the ship of like, hey, you know how like ships talk to each other through light and stuff? It's like their ship is all the way down at the bottom. No, it's like, well, kind of, but they try to make it not. How do I explain this? Yeah, it's like someone, you know those like anglerfish? It's like there's an anglerfish, you know, deep down, and it's like showing this light, and your heart is just like, oh, if I go deeper and deeper into this, then, you know, maybe they'll come rescue me. But the thing is, like, what's keeping you down is that, number one, they're not going to come rescue you, and you keep thinking that there's some sort of false light down in the dark, watery abyss, when really, you know, the deeper you go, you're going to find less and less light. Okay. It says, it communicates with others by lighting up its rear at night. It loves Illumize's sweet aroma. So it communicates with others by lighting up its rear at night. So, you know, they can be communicating with you in the astrals, or maybe they only want to talk to you at nighttime when it's like, you know, obscene hours. But yeah, lighting up its rear all night. Again, there's this aspect of like, hey, come get me. Like, you know, it's on their rear too, right? It's like, come chase me down into the depths. And you just are like going to it like a moth to a flame. It talks about loving Illumize's sweet aroma. Volbeat and Illumize I do take as twin flame cards. And the fact that it like loves the sweet aroma, again, I really do get that there is some sort of scent aspect, like aromatherapy type relationship here, because we do have like flower spirit coming out. Maybe you're really attracted to their smell or something, or them you. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Ooh, double colorless energy. So interesting. This could be a twin flame situation. Double colorless I usually take as soulmate, but whenever the soulmate, like usually it's just a gray background, but this one has a pink background, and I program this card to mean when a soulmate has recognized that it's a twin flame relationship. Like there's like, it's like a new initiation into the twin flame sort of journey or whatever it may be. So someone could definitely, it could be the twin flame thing that's keeping you down in the shadows. Let's get a little bit more information on this. Gramble using tantrum. So this is a soulmate. It's like you think that it's your twin, but maybe it's not, because yeah, again, like fairy type is soulmate relationship. Dragon type's twin flame. So there is some sort of tantrum, and that's what it is. Like you have a soulmate that's throwing a tantrum because they're not getting their way, and they're making you chase them into the deep, dark, watery abyss. And Cancer, as much as, you know, I understand as a Cancer rising, Cancer Mars, and Scorpio, right, all water, as a water dweller, I know that we can survive in the waters, but do you really want to keep going down into that deep, dark, watery abyss? I mean, you think you're following some light. I mean, someone's definitely showing some light towards you, but you're really just going into the darkness with only their light that you're following. It says it can make most any Pokemon run by simply opening its mouth wide to reveal big fangs. Okay, yeah, and you're doubting yourself as if like, oh, maybe I said the wrong thing that's making them run. It's like, no, you didn't say the wrong thing. They haven't even given you clarity. Yeah. You know, someone feels like they barked and scared someone off. So there is this internalizing of like, oh, maybe it's my fault type thing. Maybe I scared them off. But, oof, yeah. All right, Cancer. We're going to take a look at a moon to bring us into the extended. Like I said, we're going to take a look into how do we bring you to shore. That's a physical and earth element needed to ground yourself. And then how do we dry you off? That's the mental and air element to help the situation. And then some advice on how to manifest your highest vibrational timeline. And of course, more oracle advice. Let's see what moon wants to take us into the extended. Okay, going right to Charmander, playful. Nothing will come of this situation in reverse, okay? Void, of course, moon. So if you think that nothing is going to come of this, that, you know, to give up hope or whatever, you need to release that. It's not, nothing's going to come of this situation. Yes, they have taken your ability to see clearly, but that doesn't mean it's over. Just because they're hiding from you doesn't mean that this situation is very far from over. Let's just put it that way, Cancer. All right. So I do want to let you know that after Pisces season ends, I am closing my books for tarot until at least Taurus season, so I can work on some astrological and creative projects. So if you are interested in booking a tarot reading with me, now is the time to do it. And also if you're interested in my other services as well, all the information, Instagram, Twitter, is in the description box below. So let's head up into the extended, Cancer. If you'd like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. If we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.